I just want to say, July 8th, in the name of Jesus Christ. I felt pity today, first time, after I share it personally, because I cannot preach here in Toronto, wanted for a fight. But I told that the black man in the bus while I was waiting, and there I saw this vision. The GTA was all nuked, and that was this month. God told me I was coming, and there was a song back and forth in the alley, and the third time a Elvis song was played. And first I was singing a new song, very beautiful voice, but the third one was Elvis and I sang over. You see, and it's World War III. And then the lyric was when woman's gonna be man. I told that, and then I saw that after it switched, and I see the vision from far, a little bit in the air, and the whole like it was large. I lived many years in Toronto, and to me it was bigger than Toronto, if not at least Toronto. Now I start to realize that they're gonna nuke this. And this month God told me we're facing at a poker table I was, and there was Tom Donaldson. We're facing communists 2-3 days ago. So we've seen the prophecy, communists, and everything. The thing I want to add about this is that I've seen cans of Molson Dry floating in the river, and we know that the river Saint Laurent in Montreal, which is just north, the biggest metropolitan after the close to Toronto. So Toronto's gonna get nuked. They're gonna invade through the river. The body's gonna float there. The Molson brewery is there, so that's why they can Molsons right on the river of Saint Laurent in downtown Montreal, by the fleuve Saint Laurent. So, and with a vision 10 years ago, I had that in Quebec, the Chinese were chopping the head of some priests lined up about 2010. So there's gonna be an invasion in the east. Don't think they're gonna just go around Vancouver or the Pacific. They definitely gonna come from the Atlantic, the east of North America. uh, I know that's this prophecy, I think from Nicaragua, or what's the Bayside prophecy too from there. So you gotta, sort of Cuba from there, they're gonna come. But I think it's Nicaragua now, and then in the US. So why would they nuke Toronto? They ain't gonna fight here. There's a couple guns in the streets, but there's Indians a lot here now. The last couple years, there's a lot of Africans. They ain't gonna fight here. They ain't gonna bother. uh, they're gonna nuke it. It's big, they don't need that. But surrounding like Montreal, and God told me also Montreal has been warned to the east this summer, almost a year ago. So all this put together, um, there's barely interpretation had to do all this, I'm sure, 1,000%, unfortunately. And I'm so mad at Toronto, the pollution, everything. I came back, I was in Vancouver, my mom was sick, and I just shared it to a guy, and for first time, long time, because I cannot preach, and the love of people has been restrained because of that. So I'm in a lot of anger, and then you see me swearing some videos and chasing money. But as soon as I share it verbally with one Toronto guy, I understood that all this is gonna be gone, and these people tomorrow, they that lives here, they're not gonna be there. Me, I'm gonna go soon. I just finished my paperwork like today, but yesterday, and you understand that I started to feel pity now that they're gonna be gone. But the good part is that the innocent that's gonna be gone will be with God, and unfortunately, those who's gonna get caught not ready, unfortunately, that's the bad thing, you know. The devil's gonna get them, I think. So that's unfortunate, fortunately. And as for the good people who are gonna be saved, woe to them. Those people who are gonna bomb if they think about that, because there's no excuse. But it's awful. It's awful. As for Canada, Northeast, Vancouver, what I saw with the mark of the beast, these people that were gathering people when the green mist came, which is probably the devil. It's not the rapture. It's gonna be a maybe not the wedding yet, because Revelation talks about 1,000 years of peace. It talks about the Antichrist coming and everything. So I believe in the resurrection with the bones, the people resurrect. So I think that what's going to happen is that Antichrist is going to come uh, before or after the war, 1,000 peace, and then the last fight. 1,000 peace with Virgin Mary, and then the last battle on Morgan, which at this point, if World War III comes and then there's peace and then the Antichrist. But I saw that they caught me in the streets and the church was closed. Green mist, the devil lifted somebody up and he had a green mist around him about half a meter. The woman passed out. The time I looked and looked back, she passed out and I heard don't run, but I went out. I published it last year. Around the corner, I was walking, took a dive because I didn't want to get touched by the devil. And then two demons caught me because I was smoking part-time cigarette, and the other one was swearing or something, some maybe. I was pretty good. I was not even taking government money, but I had two little things imperfect, like little sin. That's why these little half a meter dark, and I had to go with them because of those sins. So they caught me in the middle of the street, and then went in the basement with two guys and brought me to this kind of a satanic priest or a guy, and he smiled and he did like this and started to torture me on the next door, and then across my arm I deny. It's kind of a denying, man, I guess, because just like the cross of this Antifa Bergoglio, the cross like this is a denial. It's an X, it's a mark of the beast. X mark the spot. So if you had doubt about this, just look at it. That's really a satanic sign. It's 666 sign, and I did this after they were about to cut my arm, because they start slow gradually, and then I woke up. So in the east, in the west, sorry, there were not Chinese at that time. What I saw is satanic, and the west there's a lot of satanic. You've seen even in Hollywood. I went there, even me had my experience of selling my soul, but I didn't follow the devil. When within 2 weeks he asked me to praise him, I back out. 2 weeks I stand, I looked around what's going on. I saw that he was putting people who had similar experience in to help me out. Suddenly I was talking to a girl, and her mother, ex-top model, but now on the streets, almost like angelic broke like me. My mother is offering me a van to sleep in it because of that. So you see, and invite me to chalet. It's like heaven, and it's a small community of this, but they don't talk about it. But this is how it goes, and I publish those. Though unfortunately, I'm not a bad guy enough or whatever guy make up to have a 50K follower when I put a video. But if you see this right now, let yourself that this you can be sure of this, because God never lied to me. Amen.